Is an S500 with active body control. Alright, Mercedes S500 with active body control. Some of the work that we've done to this car has to do with the fact, let me just get a flashlight so we can get a little light on this thing in here. The struts. Okay, for those ones who want to do this job on your own, it is not a hard job. It is a lengthy job, and it does require plenty of time. The strut on this one here blew up and it was leaking. It caused a lot of damage. Okay, we are in the shop, so we are here. So I do the work in the shop where they allow me to use the lift and you know, they help them out with other things, but these guys very nice to me. Anyway, so this here had, once it blown up, the accumulator, there is underneath here a valve lock where it controls it has a return where it controls the flow of the hydraulic fluid to the suspension, which is it controls this struts here on this one right there, and this one, the other one that we were looking at. These are basically the nipples. These are the breathers. Each line has a breather to it. Okay, and the breather on this one is down over here also, right there. Okay, now like I said, you're on your own. What I've done to this one, besides changing the strut, I changed this right here. If you come in from underneath the car, right there, you just come down here, exhaust, okay, you're passing the exhaust right there in this corner. See, right there. The accumulator. This is what they call the line pressure accumulator. This has nitrogen, and that holds, it's like it keeps pressure inside with that nitrogen, and if with time, with pressure, this nitrogen somehow bust, and this accumulator will not hold the pressure, which means your strut that is leaking, and the breathers is basically, you have a breather in here instead of having this, so it's not holding the pressure for the lines. Your car is going to sag from the back. So this is an expensive fix. Now to the front, this is what I have started doing, which is I start to change all the control arms. This is the strut arm, okay, the tie rod, okay, I'm fixing. I changed the ball joint. I'm about to do the second half, okay, and also about to change the upper control arm and the knuckle arm, okay, right here. So once all these here change, this car will be solid on the ground. And I did change the second accumulator, which is for the front struts. This one here, okay? This one here is just, you got to unbolt here. You got to make sure you breathe the lines. Here's the breather for this one. And then you go to this side. It's only two of them for those accumulators, the line pressure accumulators. One for the front and one for the back. And here's the other breather on the other side, okay? You got to breathe one of them at a time once you finish with the job to clear the air, and then keep filling up, stop the car, fill up the reservoir, check the level, okay, and start the car, and then come in and breathe one of them. Stop the car, fill up the reservoir to the second level, okay, and basically you keep doing this to each breather until you get the line pressure air that is built into the line, you get it out. Okay, this is good for right now, but I am going to change the rest of the arms, and there's here is the rest of the stuff. This is the ball joint remover. I borrowed it from, I basically went in there and loaned it from AutoZone. They very nice to do that to us. AutoZone has a lot of tools that they will loan you. This is the new ball joint, okay, for the other side of the car. and we did get those from Worldpac. Worldpac, of course, deals with commercials. This is a new, it's in its wrap. Let me just unpeel it right there. Okay, one for the original equipment. You also got a control arm, rubber control arm, two of them, right and left. Make sure you read right and left. They do specify right or left on the arm, so make sure you install them. Of course, right is passenger side, left is driver side. Okay, this is the other arm, the strut arm that we are also going to change the other side. These, it doesn't matter what side they come, it's both of them are the same for right and left. Okay, and there's more things in here, which is this one here is really another one. Let me just unfold this down. Here we go. See? All is going to be, by the end of this time, taking it to a dealership, it would cost about a little bit over $12,000 just to do all this work. And by doing the back also, that's going to cost some serious money. We did the wheel bearings on the back of this car, changed the brakes, the wheel bearings on this car, and we also changed the brakes. I put new hub assembly into the front. Okay, new hub assembly, and for the left, and then new hub assembly for the right one. This is look how ugly this is. Okay, with time this car has got 100 and some thousand miles on it. I got a little bit younger, so I put some miles on it. So it's time to do some work. I'll go ahead and probably video one last shot just to show you guys the, oh yeah, by the way, also the power steering pump was also leaking. And in the power steering pump, what was leaking is one of the pistons has made the spring broke, and it made this piston screw that is holding it down is come out loose by its own. So it was leaking through the housing, and the oil, so of course the seal ruptured and the housing was leaking. Come on, let me just get this one over. This is all my stuff. I have to keep it organized, but since I'm doing just a little video, okay, this is the cover. This is the cover that it goes on your, right there on your on the pistons. Okay, that's for the power steering, and it was leaking and busted from one of these areas. Let me try to find it. Here's a crack. Here's the crack. I don't know if you could see it or not, but it was leaking there with the pressure. You could see the oil coming out of it. Anyway, a fix for the seals and the cover, $45, and the seals for about 90 bucks from Invasion Auto Parts. That's the only one who carries them. So here it goes, free advertising for you, Invasion. And for those ones who want to rebuild it, I'm going to do another video on rebuilding the power steering pump. Okay, and then I'm going to put it back together and show a little bit of, partials on how I can get this car back up. Thank you.